The God of your and my forefathers, Yahweh, is displeased with you, Israel, the so-called blacks of America. We are in trouble today only because we have rebelled against our God, Yahweh. Our great, good, and terrible black God, Yahweh, is the creator of the heavens and all that there is, seen and unseen. Our great, good, and terrible black God, Yahweh, is warning you, his people, the so-called blacks here in America, that great evil is about to befall America and you, since you live here and depend upon America instead of depending on God. You choose to depend on men rather than God. Wake up. Look around you. It is clear that America is no longer the great giant in the world as she was just a few years ago. Her money is now worthless. Savings and loans are closing by the thousands. Banks are failing all across America. And the money is becoming more worthless day by day. You work longer and harder for less money that buys less. The term used today is inflation. Inflation simply means that your money is buying less and less for the hours that you work. You are no longer able to buy the same amount of groceries today that you were able to buy for the same amount of dollars 1 year ago. It is only going to get worse, not better. You had better hurry up and make up your mind to follow the God of our forefathers. It's not getting better for you even if you sell drugs. Look at the jails. Almost 1 million of our young men are behind bars for the next 20 years, unable to have children, unable to be the head of our households, unable to take care of our women and children. They're unable to have any behind bars. All they're able to have behind bars is homosexual, faggots, gays, and come out with AIDS and spread that in your homes. You had better hurry up and make up your mind to follow the God of our forefathers. You had better hurry up and run from the enemy and flee from your enemy, which are being destroyed day by day. America is in deep trouble according to radio and television, and according to individual conversation, talk shows, and according to conversations between government officials concerning their problems of trying to find a way to peace for their people, and a way to find stoppage of the fall of their money market and unemployment, and a stoppage to the revolutions going on within and without, between the satisfied and the dissatisfied, and to find a way to be able to go eat, and to keep the hungry eating, to find shelter for the homeless. They're trying to find a way from his own labor here in America. The hungry is in trouble in America. We find that pacification and inter-solutions are offered, but it does not satisfy the people. Look in the countries around the world where food riots are going on. Look in the countries around the world that's rioting right now. Prices have been raised in countries and revolution is taking place. Where do we go from here? We must fly to our great, good, and terrible black God Yahweh, who is going to continue to punish us and will continue to punish America until she lets us go. This country, America, must let my people, the so-called blacks of America, go back to our own God Yahweh and back to our own land. There is no other place on this earth for you to go except hell, unless you turn to our great, good, and terrible black God Yahweh. There is no place for America to go except hell and total destruction, unless she turns from her wicked ways and hears my message from my Father, Yahweh. Our book, which was written by our black forefathers, the Old Testament, from Genesis to Malachi, and the book of Revelations, are all full of warnings and knowledge of how to be saved from the wrath of this devil and from the wrath of our God Yahweh. There is no way to be saved without this knowledge. Without the correct knowledge of God Yahweh, there is no hope for you unless you turn to our God Yahweh. You, my dearly beloved brothers and sisters, will have to suffer Hosea chapter 4, verse 2 and 3, which says, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood. Therefore shall the land of America mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. That's suffering. There is nothing but suffering for you during this great fall of America.